Starting pitchers tonight, A's right-hander Kirk Saarloos, the unbeaten right-hander Bronson Arroyo for the Red Sox, and the A's jumped right on Arroyo in the top of the first inning as Kotsay led off with a walk. After Ellis struck out, Chavez with a single to right, and Durazo came up for the A's with an RBI chance. Durazo left-handed hitter, Arroyo the big right-hander, one-time Pirate. And the 0-1 delivery to Rubio bounced to first, backhand by Millar, goes to the plate on a hop. It gets away from Varitek, and so scoring is Kotsay. Holding at second is Chavez. Safe at first is Durazo, and the Athletics take a 1-0 lead. Fielder's choice E3. The story of the day for the A's would be their pitching and their defense. In the bottom of the first against Saarloos, Damon led off with a single. Trot Nixon walked. Manny Ramirez flied to center, and David Ortiz had a shot. 1-2 to David Ortiz. And the 1-2 pitch is a ground ball, double play ball to short. Scudero on the bag for one, over to first for two, and Saarloos gets out of it. A 6-3 double play on Ortiz, and the Red Sox, who had runners at first and second and nobody out, failed to score. And after 1-0 Athletics. The double play theme continued for the A's with the Red Sox batting in the bottom of the fourth. A leadoff single by Ramirez, and once again Ortiz was up next.
And Saarloos throws 2-1, and Ortiz hits it to Chavez, could be two. Over to second base, one. Ellis to first, double play. 5-4-3, and they got Ortiz on the twin killing again, and just like that, two down, bases empty. The infield has had Ortiz played perfectly in this series.
Saarloos gave up just 2 hits through the first 4 innings, both to Damon, where the Red Sox batted in the fifth, though with 1 out, Renteria singled, Bill Miller walked, Bellhorn struck out, and here was that guy Damon again. 2 on, 2 out, bottom of the fifth. As Saarloos deals, they run. The 3-2 is a line drive, base hit to right field. Renteria will score easily. Miller goes to third, and nobody can get Johnny Damon out. And we're all tied up at 1-1. It almost was 3-1 with Trot Nixon coming up next for Boston. And now the 0-1 pitch to Trot Nixon is a drive in the left in the corner. Burns going over, makes a sensational diving backhanded catch and saves at least 1 run and maybe 2. A Burns special, a brilliant diving going toward the line. Backhanded catch on a sizzling line drive hit by Trot Nixon. That was sensational. And after 5, A's 1, Boston 1. It stayed that way until the 6th inning, and Kirk Saarloos was lifted by Ken Maka after going 5, giving up 4 hits and 1 run, and Houston Street was tremendous today. He went 2 1/3, allowed just a walk, and had 2 strikeouts. He was working in the 6th inning. That was the first frame that Street worked tonight. He got Ramirez to bounce to short. David Ortiz struck out, and then Millar, the third batter faced by Street this evening. 3-2. Fastball elevated by Street at 93 on the gun. It's a tough pitch to catch up with. And with that 3-quarter action by Street, it's almost, maybe it's an illusion, the ball appears to rise. 3-2 delivery. Swung on and missed. Got it with a slider down and away. Houston Street gets Ramirez on a ground out, Ortiz on a strikeout, and Millar on a strikeout. And after 6, A's 1, Boston 1. And Bronson Arroyo, the Red Sox starter, still pitching in the top of the 7th. Bobby Kelty led off with a double. Scott Hatterberg scratched an infield single. But after Burns struck out on an Arroyo slider that was down and away, a bizarre play with Adam Melhuse at the plate.
And this next pitch will be number 100 from Bronson Arroyo, and it could be a big one. 2-2 to count, 1 on, runners at first and third. And here we go. The 2-2 pitch is bounced back to the mound. A look back at third. The runner's coming home, and he will be safe. And Arroyo did not play that well at all. He looked back at Kelty, but didn't get him back to the bag at third. Kelty froze between third and home. Arroyo had him. Instead, threw to first base and didn't even get him at first. And then Millar threw home, and the throw home was late. And the A's get a run. It is 2-1 in favor of the Athletics.
It stayed 2-1 going to the bottom of the 8th. In that frame, Street was still in for the A's. He got the first batter, Mark Bellhorn, on a ground out. Ricardo Rincon came on, and he walked Johnny Damon. And then Jay Payton batted for Trot Nixon. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Jay Payton on the way. Swung on, bounce to third, back in the bag. Chavez has it. Goes to second for one. Relay to first, and the A's get an around-the-horn double play. 5-4-3. The fourth double play they've turned here tonight, and that quickly, the bottom of the eighth inning comes to an end. And after 8 in Boston, A's 2, Red Sox 1. The last 8 batters were retired by the bullpen of Boston here tonight, and so we went to the bottom of the ninth inning. Octavio Dotel was on the hill for the A's, and he had to face Manny Ramirez, David Ortiz, and Kevin Millar. First up was Manny. Dotel peering into Melhuse. The A's closer. Here's the set. The pitch to Ramirez. Fastball, ring him up. Strike 3 called. Manny knew it, walked away. Must have been looking for something else. That pitch was right there. Had some running action toward the inside corner. Good pitch. But then Ortiz walked, and then with the A's clinging to a 1-run lead, it was Octavio Dotel against Kevin Millar. And the 2-2 pitch is swung on, ripped to left deep. Burns is going to watch, and it's gone, and the ball game is over. A 2-run home run. That suddenly by Kevin Millar, and Fenway Park is a chamber of horrors once again for the A's as the Red Sox win it 3-2. And Steve Bitker will have the scoreboard when the A's post.